Comment on Butake's effective use of proverbs in And Palm Wine Will Flow. Candidates are expected to discuss the use of proverbs and songs in the play and comment on their effectiveness in terms of plot development, setting, characterization, and thematic concerns. The following can be noted. The playwright uses proverbs to accomplish his purpose by expressing meaning in context. This approach describes the proverbs and the relationship between the animals used in proverbs, showing opposition in the animal camp. Butake brings man to the level of the animal because he wants reconciliation to the human society. Examples of proverbs include: the cockroach does not call a fowl to a wrestling match. It is foolish for a rat that argues with a cat. This proverb brings out the character of Shengon as weak, fragile to stand the fawn's fury. In retaliation to Shengon says, the gorilla can do nothing to an Iroko tree. The fawn, who is the gorilla, can do nothing to Shengon, the Iroko tree. He says this simply because he knows that he has the backing of the gods. Again, this happens to be the basis of the conflict between the fawn and his chief priest. When Shengon comes with an important information for Shengon from the palace, Shengon asks him, "Where are you coming from?" So agitated like a monkey that has been missed by the hunter's bullet. Shengon is panicking with fear from where he is coming from because the message he carries is also very important. This tells us how the fawn rules the people in terror, that they fear him. It is also important to note that the leopard and the goat have never been bedfellows. This gives the reason for the fawn's hatred to Shengon, because the chief priest has refused to pay allegiance to the fawn, whom, after tasting power, has turned his back on that same man who had helped him to ascend the throne. The fawn is the pig who knows only the hunger of its own stomach. This shows how greedy the fawn is. And the next, when there is plenty of everything, people don't reason any longer. To show that because the fawn has transformed the palace to a place where palm wine flows and people eat all the time, people don't care anymore about the poor leadership of the fawn, inasmuch as they have something to put in their stomach. The louse and the jigger have no need for brains. These are all examples of proverbs that have underlying meanings and which are very pregnant in helping us to bring out or to highlight themes, to portray character traits, to help in the plot development and other aspects of style. Now let's go to the use of songs. Song is an aspect of the play which brings the audience into ritual communion with the ancestral world. For instance, after the earth goddess successfully invokes a drought on the land, Shengon celebrates the power of the gods with a victory song which is based on history and myth. Similarly, the earth goddess and the Kibaranko engage in a ritual chant and dance as a show of communion with the people. There is a song, Yau, which it has a ritual significance. The long song shows the triumph of the gods and a warning to those who think that they can challenge the spiritual forces of the land and go unpunished. It is endowed with a spiritual essence, which showcases the spiritual endowment of the play. Remember that the fawn signs his death warrant when he refers to Shengon as a self-proclaimed priest of non-existent gods. Here, he does not just challenge the chief priest himself, but he challenges the gods of the land and the ancestral powers that have placed upon him the power that he incarnates. Ironically, the fawn is supposed to be the chief custodian of the traditions of the people, which he has decided to desecrate, and the gods punish him with death.